Bronny can go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shador.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all.
When you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like,
get off of me. Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the $30,000? Now?
In the moment. In the moment.
You was up. You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. Big. You know what we doing this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level, and this is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like that. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undisputed.
Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's funny.
Oh, we're supposed to get the ball? No rebound. Shoot.
This one?
Cut that up. I got a match. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap.
I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said
sing,
huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what? Big dog? Yes. I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits.
I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. Probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what, big dog? Yes, I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Everyone's came true. You're like, God dang. Oh yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper, but I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game, I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. Probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what, big dog? Yes, I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this, I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. They did it. Oh, it was crack-a-lack-a-mackin' from the jacket to the back end. G's up, yes. Sunday morning, we's up. I know we're supposed to rest today. That's what our Lord and Savior says. At the same time, the world keeps spinning, so we're going to keep winning like the New York Knicks. Give them a round of applause, y'all. I mean, god dang. Ooh, it's been a lot said over 53 years for you to finally get your championship. Congratulations to them dudes out there, all of them. And I know New York City is not sleep because it never sleeps. Now they really going to be up. And everybody got to deal with it. We know how obnoxious they are. We know how cocky they are, how arrogant they are. Yo, son, the block in the abs, yo. You know what I mean? Like, we got to hear it. Wu-Tang coming out with an album tonight. Everything is happening in New York City right now, and it should. Like, they got their chip. You can't believe it? I can't believe it. New Yorkers are all into it. We got that. We got to talk about the Knicks curse. Finally broken. It's over. That's why we don't have to believe in curses, because they will come to an end. You got to believe in all that voodoo, witch stuff, etc. Just go out there and ball out. Carmelo Anthony, we're still going to continue a little bit of that. Our Linsanity conversation, because they weren't being real about it. I hate when people reunite and say, oh, we're going to finally talk about it. Say it then. Say it with your chest. We got the Shannon Sharpe part 2. A lot of y'all mad at me for calling Shannon out every single word, every single syllable. I don't think I did, but we'll continue that. Kmart getting called out and him melting down. We got to talk about a death, unfortunately, Aldon Smith in the NFL. We got to talk through that situation. A lot of people have been hitting me up, talking about, man, what is going on, especially with you NFL players, etc. A lot on the show, you know. Don't let the headline fool you. That's the only thing we talking about. Nah. We're going to get into it all. Let them New Yorkers scream. I know they pumped.
Niggas was about to do. That was y'all that was scared of them. We not OKC.
Sure. Don't do that.
We not the fucking Thunder, nigga. It's a beautiful day over here. Ain't no lightning in sight. Who the fuck did y'all think we were?
Okay, let's be real. Coming into this series, everybody was saying two things about what the San Antonio Spurs were. Either A, so battle-tested because their knives were sharp because they went through that series with OKC and they slayed the Dragon, they slayed the champs. Even though now, as we know, this is the 8th straight year there is a new NBA champion, which means parity beyond, parity plus. I don't know what this is, but it's historical, and now we are seeing another champion. We said either A, they're going to be so sharp because of that, or B, they're going to be a little off, maybe fatigued because of what they went through, the rigors to get here. Meanwhile, the Knicks, we were like, dog, they're rested. They done smoked everybody in the East, and it's still the East. Continue.
I kept trying to tell y'all all that. Oh, the winners coming out of the West. Oh, the West in the finals. Suck a dick, nigga. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Stop playing with us, man. Young fucking punks. Thought we was about to get beat by some niggas that's wet behind the ears. Just experienced fucking puberty. The fuck are you talking about? These niggas is 19.
There's a little immaturity, hey, it came up. It came up. He said this before. The maturity did come into it. How many games did they have a lead? How many games did they keep that lead? Just one. They had a lead in every single game. I'm talking about double digits. And lost them in every single game except one.
They just started playing a long season. Some of these niggas ain't got proper shape-ups, don't know how to wash their balls and ass. The fuck you thought they was gonna do against a nigga named OG? Make it make sense.
I can't make it make sense. I just wanted to start to show off a little energy, as we get into it for real. People talking that New York talk. People was like, yo, they had what they needed to go get it. Yes, they did.
And everybody's had that guy. The Bulls had Jordan. The Lakers had Kobe. And the Cavs had Bron and D Wade when he was in his prime. Everybody has always had that one guy. No matter how bad things got, we got a guy that if we can get it close, if we can just reattach, he can bring us home.
You already know it.
And that they have so much confidence. And like I say, look, we
do that 45, y'all, in a closeout championship winning game. And people, it was a question, who's going to win the finals MVP? It was a question like who's really the most consistent, OG. Big Cat was winning that race in a couple of the earlier games, but it all came down to Jalen Brunson, what he was able to do with this team and keep them there. He had 45 points, and the rest of the team had 49 points. How you think that flight felt back going home?
You don't see guys like this. You got to realize Jalen Brunson might be 6'1". Mm-hmm. Small guys, small guards, playoffs, we don't see him take over games like he's been able to do it, Joe.
Nah.
We just don't.
Nah.
Becky Hammond somewhere saying, well, I was wrong. And she said it. She said, look, until he proves me wrong, I'm right. And simple as that. And I love that attitude. So we ain't got to be combative. Like, I'm not sitting here saying this is the 11th commandment, a small guard can't win a chip because Isaiah Thomas exists. But it's just like, how often is that going to happen? Well, it just happened last night.
And it ain't even just been the finals, man. It's been like the previous 2-3 years, Uncle Ocho.
Since he got to New York.
Yeah, he's been this fourth quarter demon to where he just comes through in the clutch. Hey, man, the young man got it. I ain't gonna lie, even watching the game tonight, as the game starts, as the time starts to tick, I'm like, even 5-6 minutes left, I'm like, man, it just felt like everything was going to go right for the Knicks, bro.
Yeah, that's real. Like, every time you watch Jalen Brunson in clutch moments, my son even picked up on this. He now says he makes better shots. He makes more shots, Daddy, when he's contested. He makes more shots when it's harder. He makes more shots at the end. I was like, yeah, because I think it was game 2 maybe. He had a bunch of wide open threes and kept missing them. And it was like, dang, they weren't hard enough. The stakes weren't high enough. Simple stuff like that. And it trips me out every time I hear, of all people, Joe Johnson calling Shannon Sharpe Onk. Not because Joe Johnson's not younger, because he looks older. He look older than Shannon to me. I'm like, how you calling that man Onk?
For whatever reason. That's just how I felt after a while, because I said, damn, the Spurs done played so great in every game, Ocho.
Yes, sir.
They played great in every game, bro.
Have y'all ever seen a series like this where literally, the other team could have won every game? I've never seen a series where it's like, it's not obvious. Like, the Knicks won the championship. But if you had to measure, like I don't even know how to say it, point differential, like who had the highest leads, the biggest leads in the games? And I know it doesn't matter because, look, we're talking about 4 quarters. I understand. We're talking about the rabbit versus the tortoise. I understand. And in track and field, there is a rabbit. If we're running a long race, somebody who's running way in front of you, they're not going to finish that way. They're not going to finish in first place, but they're the rabbit. But dog the rabbit in this series, the Spurs, every single game, I'm about to look for that stat. I saw it somewhere.
Oh, but the lows are the low, and they come at the unopportune times.
Yes, they do. And that segment just ended at inopportune time. Blah, blah, blah. Let me look for that real quick. Let me dig through that because I know I have it somewhere. It'd be nice to see that. It'd be nice to see that. What were those stats? Because I remember seeing it like, dog, these suckers here, yo, they burning New York up. It's on fire. I could check y'all through. I'm going to actually do that if at the end of the show, like a little bit of DJ Academics. Okay, here we go. Look at me. I'm on the fly with it, baby. I'm on the fly with it, homie. Look at this. This is what we talking about. Spurs led game 1 by 14 points. Spurs led game 2 by 12 points. Spurs led game 3 by 12 points. Spurs led game 4 by 29 points. They lost that game, y'all. Spurs led game 5 by 16 points. They lost that game, y'all. They lost all these games except this one 12-pointer, right? Game 3. So 14, 12, and then, we hit you with another 12. I wonder what the Knicks' highest was. I mean, obviously it was at least 1 because they won the game. But I don't think – how many times did the Knicks have double-digit leads on the Spurs? I don't know what that matters. Some analytic master somewhere at the Sloan Institute in Boston is sitting there saying, yeah, that matters. I don't know. All I know is I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen a series where the other team and gentleman's sweep. This is 4-1. You had a gentleman's sweep, and you were such a gentleman, you never had a double-digit lead on them. I don't remember if they did. That's crazy. And loss? Ooh, that's saying a lot. Jalen Brunson, I know you ain't going to say much. You can't. You choked up.
I got no words. Everything I ever dreamed of.
Just, you're obviously feeling a lot of emotions. Can you tell me just what you're feeling?
I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm just like, I'm in awe. I don't know. Whenever someone counters out, we find a way to come back and do something about it.
When the championship was on the line, you took over the game, really.
Really? Yes, in the most silly way. Isn't that crazy? The trophy bigger than Jalen Brunson. That's crazy. Anyway, yo. I mean, him getting choked up was so crazy. I'm watching, I'm like, yo, he is truly like speechless. Like that lets you know that work was so intense. I mean, so deep that this dude was just like, I can't go grab it right now. It's down there somewhere. I know what I'm trying to pull. I know it's in the archives, but I can't connect to it. I am lost for words.
Especially in the fourth quarter, 15 points in the fourth quarter. Just what were you saying to yourself about finishing this tonight?
My confidence comes from my work ethic. Every time I got the ball, all I can think about is all the hours in the summer. For every summer I had since I ever could remember making this a reality. So whenever I had the ball, I'm just thinking about just me alone in the gym.
And you're getting to share this with your father. Just how special to you is that?
Man, he said being alone in the gym. They were right. He ain't shooting me. You ain't with me when I'm shooting in the gym? But Daddy was.
We can see it.
Man, we can see it, but we can't hear it. And this is what caught me off. I was like, dang, whoa. I need to win the championship because, I mean, you can see his reflection of memory. He ain't said a word. They asked him about his daddy. We know daddy used to put that work in with him, put that work on him. My boys are saying, hey, that's Joe Jackson of basketball. And I was like, man, did you see him after the game? He couldn't even say anything. And that took us two different directions. Can't lie to you. We sitting there in the Uber going to this event. Shout out to Dilly and his 40th birthday party. Hey, Darian, those my family. What happened? You can't give me a word about daddy. I mean, we're going to talk through this because this is it. This is the relationship right here.
That's it. You can see it.
You said you've been doubted your whole life. Too small, not this, not that. But what has this team shown about heart?
We're going to find a way. Whatever you put in front of us, we're going to find a way. It doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever. We're going to find a way every single time we step on this court. Every time. Every time.
Blah, blah, blah. I mean, basically in the playoffs, they did every time. What'd it go, 16-3? And then fat people like me on air saying, oh, I think the Spurs may have had them because they were up 12 and up 29. That's sports. Like, you just can't be simple-minded, simple-answered when sports are on. You can't. You're going to miss so much of it. You keep it simple. If we kept it simple, it was just about the X's and O's and who won. Man, we wouldn't even watch sports. We wouldn't care. We care about, like, the human elements. We care about, like, the relationships. We care about, like, the road from zero to hero. We care about all of that. Come on now. Talk to me.
And that confidence is everything. There are days you're like, am I even supposed to be here? It's not fast enough.
Oh, snap. Daddy said, you up here jogging in this practice. Not fast enough. Interesting. I hear music in the background, but I hear him talking too. Let's see.
No follow through, not fast enough. Tiredness for the week. Mentally strong. Go.
My dad, he holds me accountable every single day, whether I want to hear it or not, and it just makes me better.
Go.
And it's such a thin line, man, because, look, people always see these type of videos when they win, in victory, in success. But we don't see how many times in failure. Every now. Todd Marinovich. You guys don't know who that is, look him up. His dad kind of came the same way. Same scope. Tried to create his son as a robot machine, right? Did a great job of getting him to college and to the pros, but it fizzled out. But the point is, what we always say, the road to success and the road to failure are eerily the same. This ain't the only dude that made this video. This ain't the only dude that had to run harder in practice. This ain't the only dude that got his daddy out there coaching him up. But right now, the only dude we know that just won this championship. A lot of them cats who got yelled at, got screamed at, got pushed to the limit, sometimes didn't make it.
Stop walking.
He always wanted to see how far I can take my limits.
Follow through. Everything you do has to be legit. Habits.
Pushed me knowing exactly what I was going to get myself into.
It's crazy. How does that happen? Like, daddy did it, daddy didn't do it, daddy knows how to get it done. Somehow, some way, daddy is committed, full, all in. Like, this is his marriage. I'm married to this boy's promise, right? I got my wife, good. I got my family, good. I got all y'all, good. I got a job, good. I'm married to this boy's potential. Crazy.
When a guy like you falls into the second round, a lot of people miss something about you. What do you think it was that was just underestimated, not seen in you at that time?
Everything.
Brunson puts up a three.
Yo, they definitely shutting us down. This is too high class. This is high level right there. I'm trying to cut it up so I can make sure we keep this live stream going, but this is sick. This is sick. This is a 6'1" dude. Everybody said too small to do it. He just did it in college twice and just did it in NBA and still got time to do more.
2026 NBA Finals MVP is Jalen Brunson.
ESPN. Woo! I'm hype. Y'all hype? Come on now. People doubted this dude. I still want to get into that relationship, though. There's something about a daddy and him, like, it's so special, but also it just, I mean, with Michael Jackson movie out right now, it just makes you think, like, damn, what is the level you got to push your kids to so they understand what's in them and what's going to be out there challenging them? I'm trying to figure that out, too. Because I ain't gonna lie, look, and I think it comes from a parent. We're gonna keep it real. It's coming from a father in this situation, coming from a father of me. I'm trying to learn from it. Because I got a 10-year-old son. Look, let me start in the beginning. I got a 27-year-old daughter who's older than me now. She's a grown woman. I got a 10-year-old son, a 7-year-old daughter, and a 6-year-old daughter. And I'm looking at them. And in every capacity, I only break them down to 3 parts. I try to keep it simple for us, right? It's academics, it's athletics, and it's character, like community. Who you gonna be around the house? Who you gonna be around this neighborhood? Who you gonna be everywhere you go? I know I'm gonna have good kids. Like, the character part is the one least of my worries. Can't lie, because they're just good. I'm a good person. They're good people. Simple as that. I don't believe in too much. Like, if you gangster, your kid's probably gonna be gangster. If you good, your kid's gonna probably be good. That ain't that hard. Just make sure you don't send them to school and let them come back home and grab a device. Like, parent, you got to find out what they learned today and then increase that and then find out what they learned today and take some of that away. Because somebody going to tell them something stupid. Some of them kids are dumb. Some of these kids' parents are whack. And your kid going to come home with some BS. You got to get that out of there. That's it. Your kid going to be good. He going to mess up. You're going to get some phone calls. The dean, the principal here and there. Yeah. You see what he did? Yeah. He lied about this. Yeah. Welcome to life. It's called imperfection. Then academics, look. Find out what your kid is good at. Push that. What they not good at, help them. Simple as that. Get some workbooks. Let them get on YouTube. Go on YouTube. My son was, he loves math, but was having some struggles with, I think, some of the fractions. There's a dude on YouTube, Mr. Math, his name is, I think. He loves this dude. This dude breaks down fractions so easy that my son is killing fractions now. We passed that. So just find their resource. But the athletic part that this is, this is the toughest part. I want to hear Jalen some more. I'm going to tell you about the athletic part. Got me over here scratching my head.
Now that you're NBA champion, what's your message for people saying that you're not a 1A guy?
I didn't respond to them then. I'm damn sure not going to respond to them now.
Thank you, Jalen.
Thank you.
He already sipped on some of that champagne, and he stumbled through that. Let me stop. Oh, man. He like, y'all were hating on me then? Keep hating. I'm not listening to y'all. That ain't what it's about. But it's about, like, how he got here. Like, Jalen Brunson is it. He's Mr. New York. They talk about Patrick Ewing who? Patrick Ewing what? Jalen Brunson. So the athletic piece, because this is the challenge. I'll just keep it real in my head, and I let y'all know what I'm thinking. I'm like, dog, I know the road to getting to the league. I know the road to getting to high-level sports, right? So I watch all these clips like y'all. People talking about the AAU suck, and I disagree. I'm like, AAU's been amazing to us. We've been in it for several years. I've known about it before that. I grew up in AAU TAC, if you don't know what that is. TAC, they used to call it, right? So I grew up doing all this. I don't believe in systems are bad. You know why? Because all these NBA dudes that are good came through the AAU. So now the AAU's the problem, or it's only the problem when they're not good enough or they bad. So I don't blame no system. You know what I'm saying? Public schools suck. Okay, yeah, but I went to a public school. Not that bad. You got a parent on top of the school, whether it's private or public. Anyway, so I know that road. I ain't gonna let nobody talk me out of it. You can disagree all you want. Raise your kids. But I know the road to getting there. And I'm like, damn. I'm looking at who I was at 6, 7, and 10. And I'm looking at my kids like, yo, they got me beat. More athletic. I was just a big, tall at first, just tall and skinny, or then I became big, but fast guy. That's all I had. I couldn't go sideways. I couldn't play basketball. I couldn't play tennis. My kids would play every sport. I go in the backyard or go anywhere. Line them up, put the ball up. They gonna go. So then I start thinking like, damn, my kid's gonna be all right in athletics. They're gonna be good in sports, right? Who doesn't? And then next thing you know, you say, how far? How good? And I'm like, damn, if he's better than me at that age, or she's better than me, are they going pro? And you start thinking crazy. And look, it's good to think crazy. I don't say crazy like you're insane. Crazy like, yeah, you could be a bigger version of yourself than you thought. And it seemed like Jalen Brunson's dad was like that. I don't know where he got it from. He just saw it in his son. And that's tough to see if your son only gonna be 6'1", because he probably an itty bitty. And you looking at your son like, no, you gonna be it. Probably the same process we all got to go through. No matter how it's going to turn out, you know what you got to put into it. Come on, man. How you feeling, Cat?
Carl, it's Scott Van Pelt, man. I guess I saw you throwing on the headset there in the middle of that highlight, so you got to hear me describe what's history in New York. You're probably still soaked in champagne. The guys are celebrating. This night belongs to you and the New York Knicks forever. What goes through the mind as you're listening to me describe this moment that is the night the Knicks break through?
Years that Knicks fans haven't been able to celebrate this, haven't been able to experience it. You know, in 27 years, they haven't even got to see the NBA Finals logo with the Knicks jersey on the court. They haven't been able to see Larry O'Brien at half court. This moment is so much bigger than even us, and I think even for us, we don't even know the magnitude of what we just done. We were so locked into each other. We were so locked into the mission, the task at hand. We just wanted to get this done for the city. The city deserved it. They've been yearning for this moment. They've been wanting a reason to get excited, to cheer, to go in the streets and do the craziness you've been seeing every single day. So it's truly an honor for me to be part of this amazing team that was able to do something truly special, something that people said was impossible, something that everyone told us we couldn't do. Every single round we was told we couldn't win.
Blah, blah, blah. He ain't lying. New York feels connected. That's one thing about New York, dog. When it's time to ride, you ain't got to worry about them. We ready. They are ready. They ride before it's time to ride. They just jump in the car while it's moving. Just go. Hold on, dogs. Chill. Sit down. Put the seatbelt on. Right? Get comfortable. Nope. They out. Real spit. Shout out to all you guys, man, rocking with me, man. Love you guys. Top fans out there. I know Stomp is number one. Let me make sure. Because, he's here. He's on set. He's here. What else? He got some popcorn. Love to you guys. Number 2, Dan Fan. Number 3, Mars Madness, Restreambot, and Adam G. This show. Man, these life lessons just keep hitting us from all angles. Like, doubt it. Think about it. When did you ever have it on your bingo card? Here's the NBA champions. This is the lineup. We're going to have Jalen Brunson. All right, 6'1" guard who was a second rounder, slept on, came off the bench at first in the league and then became a starter in Dallas. They probably didn't want to let him go. He turned down a bunch of money to build up a team, and then him. Big Cat, who everybody calls soft, zesty, everything else under the sun. He can't do it. He can't get it done. Lost his team. Anthony Edwards comes. Josh Hart, used to play with the Lakers, back up. And who I say? Josh Hart? Let's go.
So much of your story is different than Jalen and Mikal's. You've been traded a few times. There's been a hard way to define how you fit on winning teams and in this league. What does this mean to you, considering how much you've sacrificed your body, your game, and been in different situations throughout your career?
Yeah, man.
Little man eating that mic over there. You see that? That's what it's about, itty bitty time.
It's a part of my testimony. The one thing, no matter what, I've always said is I want to be a winner. I want to win a championship at the highest level. And, I've been doubted so many times, traded, had so much instability with, 7, 8 different head coaches. And I found a home in New York. And they embraced me for the person that I am, the player that I am. I'm not perfect by any means. I make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, we saw it. That missed dunk layup. Yeah, let me stop. We saw it. That turn up. Let me stop.
But I try to put my heart out there. I try to do whatever I can do to help the team win. I don't care about points. I don't care about those things. I'm willing to sacrifice whatever it takes, for this city, for this jersey, for this franchise, and to win it. Man, glory be to God, man. This is, they can't doubt me about anything else.
Blah, blah, blah. But they will. Yes, they will. Starting today. Exactly. They already saying who's going to win it next year, because it's been 8 different champions the last 8 years. Who's going to be the 9th, right? So if y'all had to bet, it'd probably be the Spurs. I bet the betting favorites are the Spurs. Polymarket Hoops says, we already on to the next. If you watch ESPN today, I guarantee they talking about who's going to win next year. Guarantee that. Like, the confetti's still in the air. So what? It's time to get on to the next. And it's interesting. This is making me jealous of a champion right now. And I'm never that way. And part of me saying that is actually just me saying it. It's empty words. But I do understand what I mean by it is I understand why guys really want to win championships. Because it shuts people up. Like, you can say what you want, shut up. It's almost like the same reason why you want the promotion, you want money, you want anything that has become a measure of success. That's what we all kind of like in a mission to do, have a measure of success, right? Why do you wear outfits that are fresh? Why do people spend money on Gucci? Think about it. You went to some place and spent way more than you should off of stuff that costs way less to make, and they make it where they make the cheap stuff too, kind of, if you know how the game goes. Anyway, they can make that way cheaper, but you buying it because you want to shut people up. As soon as you walk in the room, ooh. Or make them talk like, dang, where you get that from? Right? Measures of success. That's why I see. Because I don't get the whole championship, I've arrived stuff. You know why? Frankly, because I feel like I arrived as soon as I got there. This party gonna be fresh because I'm gonna make it fresh. Not, this is certified as the best party ever. Marcellus, you were in attendance. Like, it feels that way. Like, I ain't gonna earn no better. Like, this is it. I feel that way in sports. I feel that way in life. Like, I'm me. I'm enough. But I love that champions, they seem like they somewhere else. They like, nah, you're not with me, dog. I'm forever somewhere else. I'm forever solidified. Real spit. And then there's a flip side to it. Losers got a place too.
4 losses specifically. Common thread is the loss of leads. Was there something that was present in your mind in all 4 of those contests? Game difference, by nature of the nature of the game.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, but the simple.
Horrible question. Horrible answer. It's gonna come from a horrible question. Nope.
Consistencies, we didn't deserve to win the games. There's a lot of level of execution. There can be rebounding. There can be end of game details. There can be.
Oh, geez, rebound at the end, did it. It was like, oh, y'all gonna go. That was sick. Like, the Knicks just showed up when they needed to show up.
Starting the game where you get the lead and then you don't sustain that. But NBA games are long. It happens during the regular season, too. It's just everything's much more on stage during the finals when everybody's watching. And we weren't ready to win an NBA championship. The better team won. We did a lot of good things, and we didn't finish the job. And that's what it is.
Blah, blah, blah. I know that was tough for him to say the better team won, because all through the finals, he was like, look at us. We have been deciding these games. It's come through us. Well, Wemby got words for it, too. Wemby, why is this so tough? I know it is. Them long-ass arms. Tell us, Wemby.
Absolutely. What I'm pissed about is that there's probably 100 games before we can be back in finals.
Did y'all hear him? He said there's 100 games. He's pissed at the fact that there's 100 games before they can get back to the finals. And that is tough. Be real. Whenever you have a disappointment or, you're up for the promotion, you're up for that opportunity and it goes by, you immediately start thinking, damn, when can I do that again? When can I try again? You're like, him, he got to wait a whole year. Yeah.
So, I don't know how to say it in English, but I'm going to have to, hold that inside of me and slow down, wait, and execute for 100 games.
Hey, what we always say on this show, blah, blah, blah. What we say on this show, when you know you got something to do, don't think of what you have to do, think of why you're doing it. Right now, he can't help himself. He's thinking about what he got to do. He like, I got to go to Shaolin. I got to go see the monk. I got to go see the temple. I got to go see the Holy Grail again. I got to do this whole journey again, all these damn Instagram reels. I got to go show the world that I'm working harder than them. I got to go back to France, kick you with my wee-wee. He got a road. And then you can do all of that, get to the playoffs next year and pull a Luka. Oh, man, my hammy, your hamstring tight. That's what's so crazy about sports. Dan Marino. What do you make the Super Bowl his second year? Oh, where you get back? You Dan Marino. You the best quarterback in the game, basically. Super Bowl? Hello? Super Bowl? Hello? Super Bowl said, not calling back, bro. Sick. You'd be like a guy like me, never sniffed the Super Bowl. Went to the playoffs 3 different years, maybe 4, I think 4. Every single year we lost in the first round. Every single year. I had bad teammates. They couldn't show up. They weren't clutch. Let me stop. Music, it took a miracle for us to stop. The one year I think we really could have won the Super Bowl was the year we had the #1 defense, and it was the Music City Miracle. But even then, I didn't even think about Super Bowl. But people were saying, whoever wins this game is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We have the Buffalo Bills versus the Tennessee Titans. And I was, and that was Javon Curse's rookie year, the freak. They had Eddie George, goodness. Big ass Eddie George, that's my dog. Big old Eddie George and them, we had to tackle them fools. Oh man, Lorenzo Neal, come on man, Frank Wycheck, Kevin Dyson and them boys. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Sorry. Y'all were loaded. And we were up. We should have won that game. But we played Rob Johnson instead of Doug Flutie. Y'all know the story. And we could have been up if we had played Doug Flutie. Probably would have won. And then, but the point is, guess who went to the Super Bowl? The winner of that game. I was like, damn, that could have been us. We have been in the Super Bowl. I don't know. We would have matched up different in the other rounds. But it happens like that. It goes down like that. So, Wemby, you mad at all what you have to do. Some people say it's more than you think you need to do.
Do you tend to agree with what Kevin Durant said a few months ago about Wemby when it came to, he said, he's better when he's not floating around on the perimeter. He's better when he's at the rim.
I agree with that 100%. Important, right? It's what makes him special. What's going to ultimately make him more special?
Oh, sorry. Rest in peace, Steve McNair. Man, damn. As I went to a celebration of life yesterday, my Uncle Junior, rest in peace. Man, I can't forget Steve McNair. Boss.
Wemby figuring out exactly what it is that I need to do and when I need to go to that. Because every game don't require him to be up top trying to break a guy down. But if you want that to just be who you are, then every game you'll be doing that. However, he's a lob threat that no one can contain.
Yeah.
If you just throw the ball near the rim and he's there, he's going to get a hand on it. Somehow he carries all of them into the rim. That is an elite skill that you are the most elite at right now currently in the NBA and pretty high up there on the list in NBA history.
Already. Basically, he said, hone in, man. It's so crazy because everybody talks about their bag, and everybody wants a big deluxe Supreme bag, all these tools. But he's saying, and we've all seen it. I don't know if it's karate movies or, Karate Kid. Something told us, keep it simple, stupid. You don't need all that. You be over there, I got this monkey wrench, I got this under this. Somebody's like, dog, just give me the hammer. I got it.
And even watching him from last year to watching him this year, he floats less. But in order to take the next step and the next step, he's going to have to continue to figure that out more and more. Castle's going to get better.
Ooh, Castle was bad last night offensively. He's still playing his defense stuff, but what he had, 2 points, and that was that little tip dunk at the end. Whoo. He had 0 points going deep in the fourth quarter. Castle? UConn? Come on.
Dylan Harper's going to get better.
Oh, yeah.
Which means they're going to require the ball more and more.
He missed those free throws, Dylan Harper, at the end. God dang. Because he was having a perfect game, a great game, amazing game, like one of those games that builds you as a rookie. But he also got, a breath of reality in there. You missed those free throws, and I think he missed the layup. Missed the free throws and the layup. That's 4 points right there in the game. At the end, you need it.
Which is going to require him to float less and less. And he's going to have to figure out what ultimately makes them the best and most dangerous team they can possibly be. And when you're that high a percentage at the rim, when you're shooting that three, when you're shooting that mid-range, that win goes to me because you're not taking the 85% shot that you got at the rim. So with Wemby.
Thank you. And all y'all who hate analytics, he just gave you a version of it y'all don't even give credit to. The analytics is sitting there like looking at you like you in the Matrix, like you watching Tron. Y'all remember that video game or movie Tron? And you see all them lasers and you see all them numbers. That's it. Wherever Wemby moves on the court, you can watch it on like probably some Microsoft video where Wemby at the three-point line, what is that, 30-some%, 40 at max? When he's by the rim, it's 85, 90. And this sucker way out there, you at the 30%. We played a game yesterday. I'm going to tell you guys about what I did with my kids to try to help them understand the analytics of the game, but still keeping it pure and still keeping it human, not just calculator.
You can hit that jump shot, and it's beautiful. But when you're at the rim, it causes a different reaction to the defense. He has to understand that, yes, I could be open and make the three or shoot the three, right? Or I can say I'm open, but if I get this ball to Steph and he shoot the three, the reaction that it's going to cause from this defense is completely different. And that's what he has to understand.
Yeah, that's dope. Blah, blah, blah. Draymond nailed that segment. You need to go on Kevin O'Connor's show more. That was sick. I love it. He's just basically saying the thing that you can do that nobody else can do to the level you do it, when you do it, it's devastating. Pow! Like, everybody like, oh, here he goes. Like, there go Debo. You know what Debo gonna do. Who? Debo! Like that's when Steph got that ball and he's sitting there wiggling and you know he by the logo and then he go raise up, that's Debo. But when Steph shooting his layups, that ain't Debo. That's like, well, you got broke down. When Wemby making threes, you're like, damn, this dude could do everything. But he ain't doing the best thing. The best thing is just throw it up and he look like elementary school. You know that big old man child that already look like he's standing on the bench and everybody else in the school picture. You're like, is he standing on the bench? And they're like, no, he's just bigger than them. They're like, damn, he in the 4th grade? That guy. Do that, Wemby. I know it's boring. I know it looks like I'm taking full advantage of people and I haven't been working on my bag. All I'm using is my physical tools that God gave me. Yeah. That's why I love Shaq, especially young Shaq. Young Shaq didn't care. He was going to bang and outrun you and just a force of nature. Oh, he was sick. Sick. Real stuff. All right, let me tell you about this game I played yesterday with my kids at Itty Bitties. We'll come back. We got to come back to this NBA Finals. We're going to change it up a little bit breath of fresh air. Come back. Skip Bayless got to give you some more on Victor Wembanyama. So we make that note. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member, hit the super chat. I'll chop it up with you right now. So all y'all in them comments be flying. I can't see all that. I got to talk. But if you want me to stop down, hit the super chat and we'll do it. We find a way because that thing blows up. It's glowing. I can see it. Yesterday, woke up my kids. They didn't have a tournament again, so good. They're getting rest. Like, them tournaments be happening so fast and so often. You be like, dog, chill. So we've had 2 weeks off. Good for them. But I was like, y'all ain't going to take 2 weeks off from, like, just working on your game on a Saturday, right? Saturdays, y'all playing games. Now let's just go back there, protect the body, but still play some basketball. All right, we did. So I made up some little ghetto skills challenge. Basically, they were shooting from different places. And I wanted them all to shoot. They all have 5 shots from every place around there. I put up like 30 different cones. And my son beat his cousin. It's his cousin Cam, who's a monster, who actually is a better basketball player than my son right now. But my son got a hell of an upside because puberty come, and he going to put his feet on the rim. That boy can jump. That boy big. And his cousin already big and can jump, sick, and he younger than him. So anyway, they competing. And they started to notice, like, oh, I make a lot of shots from here. I don't make a lot of shots from there. And I swear, they never even thought about where on the court should I go. They only think about 3-pointers and layups. And then we get free throws here and there. I was like, no. So right there, you notice you made 4 or 5 of those. Then right behind there, you made 0. Maybe in the game when you see someone setting the screen, maybe in the game when you know you need a bucket and you just can't get the layup, you go to that spot. You ever think about that? They were like, no, but yeah. You got to find your spots. So that was pretty dope to see them talk through that. We definitely coming back because there's a lot of reaction still to this NBA final stuff, but I want to change up our energy just a little bit. And let's go back to Carmelo Anthony and Jeremy Lin lying to each other. I got to just say it. This was a fluff fest. We know y'all had issues. We know y'all had some beef, and we don't want smoke. We just want to get the beef sliced up properly. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all wasn't telling the truth.
And I think the concept of money, this is why the business of basketball is so complicated. It's like, from different vantage points, what does this contract or this money mean? From my vantage point, I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm seeing stats like I drove in $100 million in revenue. Yeah, I got paid $400,000, and then I got dropped, and I never got an offer in free agency. And I'm like, so for me to try to, and that was, which we can get to in a little bit, but it's like my exit from the New York Knicks crushed me. Yeah, like I was messed up because not just because I wasn't going back to New York, but because of how it happened.
That's it. And we all know, New York local media destroyed Jeremy Lin. I don't know if they were on the take, but they were killing this dude. And it was weird, like, why y'all killing such a good story? Everyone loved Yao Ming, whether his foot was messed up or not, whether he was hurting and limping or not. Yao Ming is doing amazing for the game and amazing overseas. Bringing up, he would lead the NBA at all-star voting every year. And then Jeremy Lin comes, and it was like, we good. And I was like, he might be a better story. Dude went to Harvard and is playing skill ball. He's a point. He bringing the rock up like he had Rucker. He got 2 earrings. He swagged up. Y'all better run with that. And it just seemed like they were mad at that. And a lot of people were saying it was because of Carmelo. I was like, he got that much power, but he certainly did rush back, and it didn't seem like he just hugged him like he is in this picture right now. So I want to get to the bottom of that.
But from my side, I'm thinking like, yo, there's no other player in the NBA that made that much money.
Somebody said it. He said he blaming you. Come on, let's go.
The guy, I'm sick of this motherfucker. That's what started to happen. He started adding all that shit up. Right. They was saying he's figuring out his exit.
Right.
And then it comes down to ridiculous.
So I'm thinking from the money side, I'm like, dang, like I'm not somebody who chases the money. I've never been somebody who just chases the money.
Why do everyone have to say that? Like this qualifier that makes everyone more likable. And it's weird because what do they say in The Godfather? Discontent for money is just a trick of the rich to keep the poor without it. They made us hate money. Now I know in the Bible it says for the love of money is evil and all that, but I don't think that's what we're talking about here. You play a sport. Your sport pays. Why not go get it? Like you going to get a people literally will sit there. This is my point. Oh, I'm chasing this championship. Okay, good for you. I ain't mad. I'm chasing this money. Oh, how dare you? How dare you? What are you doing? Why you only want the money? Why I only want the chip? That damn ring I'm going to sell in 20 years because I ain't got no money.
But money is also a sign of respect. But at the end of the day, money is also a real thing when it comes to your position on the team.
Thank you.
When it comes to how big your contract is, how quickly you're able to be moved, and all of that,
them shots up.
as well as for me, I'm like, I'm not looking at myself. And this is where I'm trying to go with the ownership. They're thinking about it, and the business of basketball is what is the revenue, not just on court, not basketball side, as well as the off court, right? So they're thinking about that angle of money, and that thing, and then Melo's thinking about, all right, hold on. So we got this much. Now we're in this level of salary cap. If he takes that jump, what are the pieces that you can actually afford to put around me to get the organization where I feel like it needs to go, or to get the type of players and the level of players that I need.
Give Melo some respect, because I know it seemed like, oh, you just hated on Jeremy Lin and got him out of there. Melo, like, no. And this is a tough place to be if you're Melo, because you're hurt. Then some dude is playing out of his mind. He's a phenomenon. He's a sensation. He's Linsanity. And you got to be like, hey, y'all, I don't know if this is forever. Like, he probably had some conversation. He talked about how he was talking to Kobe about him. And Kobe's like, who? What he doing? No, stop. These NBA top tier dudes are probably like, man, this dude ain't going to last. And then so now you hearing every fan swear by Jeremy Lin. Peep this. And you hear the organization swearing by Jeremy Lin, but you one of the dudes doing it, and you're like, he ain't it. And he let him go. Let him ball out, boo-boo. But let's not bank on it. Because if it doesn't work out, guess who they blame? They ain't going to blame Jeremy Lin for them not winning the championship. They're going to blame me and Legacy forever, Carmelo Anthony, for not winning it. That's how you defend Carmelo Anthony. I know he can't say that. He can't say that I just saw through this dude. Like, I knew he was going to be a flash in the pan. But you better say it. If not, we're going to be just looking at you like, oh, you just hated on the dude. And you really probably got a real reason to do it.
So that's why the money side, when it comes in, is incredibly complicated. But, you know, again,
from the outside,
it was complex. Like, my brain hurts talking about it right now.
From the outside looking in,
I love it.
We could see why, like, the narrative would be out there of being like, Melo screwed Jeremy Lin, or Jeremy Lin just took the money and left. He, you know what I mean, wasn't built for the state. Like, there was all these things about both of y'all that came out. Like, nobody came out of this unscathed. Like,
and the thing is, they could have. But that means that there was some animus. There was some issue, because you could have just talked it through. Even on the big stage. Like, Carmelo had enough sway, and he was so big that he could have just, but I don't think he was so secure in his position, partly because he was hurt, but more importantly because he hadn't won yet. That's why these champions feel different. Like, if Carmelo already had won a championship and then Jeremy Lin comes on, I don't think he's rushing to come back. And then more importantly, rushing to come back to kind of take the shine away from this other kid, because he ain't got to construct no master plan of a championship. Like, right now, the Knicks, be real, the Knicks are solidified for life. Jalen Brunson ain't got to do another damn thing as a Knick. Right? They going to boo him if he sucks. They going to be mad if he ain't good again. But guess what? When it's all said and done, look how they treat all them damn Knicks that played before and none of them won a chip. Look at Celebrity Row, all them Knicks that's in the building. They love them dudes. And them dudes ain't won no chip. So don't get caught up in the moment. Jalen Brunson's like, I'm good for life. And I think Carmelo was seeking that good for life status that would have made him approach Jeremy Lin differently.
Somebody got like a red letter on them about like their personality or whatnot. And yeah, and that being said, like with you, you've had to come back to the Garden many times. Like you still had a very successful NBA career after.
That blah blah blah. That's usually the symphony in the song of like, I'm gonna throw you a softball. Nope, softballs on this show. No softballs on this show. I want a little bit more of like what was going on in the dynamic. Why y'all couldn't keep it real? Why were there so many times of miscommunication?
And so that's kind of like the complexity of the situation, right? Like a lot of moving parts, and all of a sudden, you know, I wouldn't even say our coaching staff was aligned either. No. Right? Like,
oh, this is the best. When Rob Johnson and Doug Flutie were having their little civil war, Doug Flutie and Drew Brees, whenever you see quarterback controversy, trust me, I don't think there is a coaching staff ever that's united on one quarterback or the other one. Like what's happening in Cleveland right now, it's going to pick up. Deshaun Watson versus Shador. Let Shador have a good preseason game. And let Deshaun have a good preseason game. It's going to happen. And then the coaches are split. It's crazy. And then you got coaches, they not beefing, but they certainly on different pages, and they mad at it.
I was going to go there next.
Yeah. So our coaching staff isn't aligned.
All right.
And
so this is D'Antoni. This
D'Antoni
is
and Woody.
His brother.
Woody,
D'Antoni's brother.
Yep.
Phil.
Phil's in the front office.
So there's a lot going on.
No, we had Coach Phil.
Yeah. No.
All right, now y'all just naming coaches because y'all don't want to say what they really were thinking. Blah, blah, blah. All right, sum it up for me, Carmelo. Keep it real this time.
Now, I usually end the show on, just a message. And my message for you is, regardless what you thought we was going through, what I thought we was going through, if it took 14 years to sit on this couch and hash that out and talk, or if it took me taking some time out to just spend 2 hours with you on the phone and really answering and the questions that you had, right? These was questions that was built up for 14 years that other people probably was adding on to your pressures and your mindset and your perspective. It took me to go through what I went through to have the time to come back and be at peace with being able to answer all your questions.
Yeah. With
actual facts.
Yeah.
Y'all hearing that like sewer sound? Something sound weird in this video, but maybe it's because he's touching the mic. Keep reflecting though. We almost there.
I appreciate that. And I put it out there to the world that we wanted you on the couch. We did it done. And this is how you handle business. If anybody got any questions out there, you get on the phone, you holler at them. It don't matter. All it takes is a handshake.
Blah, blah, blah. Carmelo, stop playing with me. That's my dog, too. I love that dude. It does not take 14 years and a phone call and then somebody come on the podcast and y'all really don't talk about what y'all really went through. That's the way we handle business. I'm not handling business like that. First of all business doesn't need to get handled. People drift away. Y'all know the whole example of everybody ain't on the same page, everybody ain't in the same paragraph, everybody ain't in the same book, everybody ain't on the same sentence. Like, we ain't got to be the same. This world is so gigantic. Sometimes when I get caught up in a moment and I'm mad, if I don't say let it go and let God, I always say, billions of people in this world. And I am so caught up with this one person in this issue. Let it go. I really do. And I think about all the billions of people I've not met yet. And then you ever get caught up in like people talking trash about you or they mad at you. And you start to think, how many people really know or think that they don't, how many people are mad at me? 10, 20, 50, 100? If you're popular, 1,000, 100,000? Even if you're LeBron popular or Ronaldo popular, how many people are mad at you? You know what I mean? Like how many Instagram followers do they have? The Rock. Oh, your movie sucks. And he got 300 million Instagram followers. Well, those 300 million still usually rock with him. Let's say he lost 100 million because the movie really sucked. 200 million rocking with him, 100 million mad. How many other people even give a damn? Maybe another few hundred million. The rest of you ain't even got to 1 billion yet. And we got 8 billion people in this world. I'm like, man, move. I'm going to find those people who don't care, who don't know, or who are rocking with me. I rock with those who rock with me. Right? And those who don't rock with me, I heard you. But I ain't going to slow down and stop down. I got one life to live. I ain't going to go far on the brake. I got to get that gas. I got to hit that gas. Let me keep going. Let's ride together or I'll meet you there. That's how I think. So I expect more out of that interview. All love. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. It's time to get to the spicy topic. Cam Newton and Coach Jason Brown. Ooh, they talking about masculinity and all kind of stuff. Inclusivity. I don't know what the hell this is. We're going to get into it, but make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, become a member, hit the super chat. We still got spicy topics to go through, and we still got the NBA Finals, so rock with your boy. Cam Newton, you talk. Coach JB talk. Let's talk.
Respecting it. Times have changed. Anybody that's over the age of 30, we have to walk in a world where certain things that we thought was not cool or uncool is completely different now. These kids are doing things that we would have never done. It was Jay-Z, one of his tracks off of 444, like, let's stop acting like Tupac can have a nose ring too.
Players that have been known to paint their nails: Jordan Clarkson, Tristan Cassis, Dennis Rodman, Jalen Green, Jared McCain, also Dwayne Wade.
It's the whole evolution of what a person is bringing to the game, and you gotta respect it. You may not understand it, and I would challenge anybody, if you don't understand it, ask the question, like, what are you doing? Because the story behind it may be enlightening, from somebody not wanting to bite their nails to their mom being a beautician or doing nails themselves. So it's not just weird, it's a message behind it, and I appreciate it.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. This is going to be spicy. Well, Jay-Z said that about Tupac, and I told y'all about me. I got a nose ring. But I didn't grow up thinking that you wore sexuality. I didn't. And for many reasons, I get into it after Coach JB responds. But I didn't think that, like, I seen too many real tough guys who were actually soft. And I seen some guys who were just, like, soft, like kind of like martial artists. If you know a real martial artist, typically they're more soft-spoken, chill to themselves, and they will whoop your ass. So I grew up already knowing, like, tough ain't tough. Gangsters ain't tough. They are kids who didn't get hugged enough or didn't like the hugs they got. I wasn't scared of scary people. I was like, you scared. That's why you try to act scary. So let's hear what Coach got to say, because I know it's going to be crazy.
The message is gay, Cam, and you're fucking me up. You got me fucked up, Cam. I'm being respectfully, I like you, Cam, but you got me fucked up. Yeah, you're going to get my stuff shut down. Okay, that's enough. I think on this channel, they don't let that go. Instagram, they let that fly. I don't think they let that fly over here. So I know what he's going to say, because I've seen this video, actually. Cam wants us to understand where the itty-bitties are. Damn, I want to show that. Did they cut it down now? Let's go a little more. Look at me tempting fate. Let's see. Because you gave horrible examples. Number one, Dwayne Wade, who has a fucking kid who...
Okay, no, it's getting worse. But we know where he's going, because that's Coach JB, and he got to go there. Golly. Play it? People saying play it. Y'all don't care about me enough. Let's see.
Transition. Miss me with the bullshit. We know why he painted his nails, homie. He is all in on his little boy changing and transitioning. That is grooming 101 to our youngsters looking up to those superstar celebrity statuses, like yourself, by the way, Cam. And you and your co-host sitting here talking about we have changed. Anyone over 30. It doesn't mean you don't, just because I'm over 30 don't mean I got to be fucking gay and bow down to your bullshit, homie. You got me fucked up, Cam, on this. You're condoning it. Shout out to Pac-Man Jones, who absolutely is ripping Caleb Williams for wearing this shit and making football feminine. Pac-Man Jones been on his neck every single day on his show. Shout out to Pac-Man and real motherfuckers that aren't going to allow this to creep into our kids. Boosie, shout out. Because guess what? They're entwined and engaged in our young, youthful communities. And guess what? This shit right here is going through it permeating in it, and it is going through and resonating with our youngsters. And now we see boys wearing nails thinking that we're all equal. Boys and girls belong in the same spaces. This progressive bullshit talk. Miss me, Cam. This is a man sport, homie. It's a physical gladiator one at that. And we're going to talk about painting our fucking nails just because we're different and over 30. You got to adapt. Nah, this ain't adapting, homie. This is feminizing the sport. This is why y'all want women to coach it. This is why y'all think women should play it. Nah, this ain't it, homie.
Blah, blah, blah. Wow. Let's go. Okay. This is the tug of war we're all living in, right? And I think the best way to address it, first of all, shout out to both of them for leading with they real. Yeah, I think the Cam really feels that way. First of all, how do you know that? Look at Cam. Cam look like he like, hey, man, don't be trying to judge me fully based off of what you're seeing because there's more to it, right? And then Coach JB is like, look, dog, I get inclusivity. I get everybody being down with stuff. At the same time, we got to have codes. We got to have borders. Some things are just for, right? So some could say in the simple way, gender roles. In other ways, you could say, hey, men do that, women do this. I'm going to tell you how I grew up, and then I'm going to try and merge all these things together. Because as a father, I'm going through this right now, right? Like the origins of sexuality and the origins of masculinity and femininity. I got 2 itty-bitty girls. I did a great job with my oldest. She is a lady. Right? About to be engaged to an amazing Wall Street executive. He's doing amazing. They're both doing their thing. She ain't for the gram. She ain't a thought. She ain't never ever wanted all that kind of attention. She ain't caught up in the masculine feminine of trying to lead her man around. And she ain't trying to just post a life. She living her real life. It's crazy. She is a very mature individual. Props. But I still got 3 more at it. And the world keep changing and spinning. So I'm not acting like since I made a shot, I'm going to make all my shots. I'm not that. I don't know if I'm going to go 4 for 4 or 1 for 4. But I got number 2 coming up, my 10-year-old boy. And then I got 2 girls coming up, 7 and 6. And I'm looking at them like, man, what's the line? Because I see it. The inclusivity line, right? Respect all these things. But I also know that you got to respect your own values. What do you value? So some places you value things differently than other places, right? I used to be Mr. No Sleepover. You ain't sleeping over at nobody's house. I give a damn. I will be there at 11:59 p.m. picking you up. That's what you call a sleepover. Yep, you in daddy's car sleeping on the way home. You ain't spending the night over there so they uncle who just came in town and ain't seen him in 5 years, don't know who he really is going to be like, hey, you sleep, little man? It's early. Or worse, coming in there, y'all sleep? Come on, man. Y'all know the scenarios. So, I'm trying to figure this out for my boy. What to let him do, not do. I changed one of my values. I used to say no sleepovers. But then he got some boys and some families that I really rock with. Like, fully. Like, first of all, it ain't good enough if your son is cool and the parents ain't. You ain't sleeping over. And if the parents are cool, but I don't like the little boy, we got a watch list in my family. Literally, my kids will walk up to a kid, hang with them, and be coming to me like, Daddy, can we have a play date? I'll be like, who? And they tell me, they're not on the watch list. And I'll be like, basically, I tell my kids, watch out for them. I tell them, I'll be like, watch out for him. I can tell the bad kids. Come on, I coach. Anyway, so I'm like, watch out. All of this is where do you go with your values? So in my household, what turns out, I don't even know if it's my household because I got all these piercings and all this stuff done when I was done. I got tattoos you can't see. Look at that. Oh, sorry ass tattoo. What am I dark ass getting a tattoo for? Whack tattoos, right? Piercings. I got my nose pierced, my ears pierced. It had nothing to do with me and like, did I like boys? Did I like girls? It was like, oh, I want to express myself. I got a little freedom. I got $5. I can do some wild stuff if I want to. Let me peacock a little bit. Why do you think I wear jewelry? Like, for real, I wore a chain last night, a black diamond chain, just because it looked good on my outfit. I feel like Nino Brown. More importantly, why I do it? Why I buy it? Peacocking. You know how rich people always act like they ain't flexing, and then you hear about Saint-Tropez in the summer, and you see 800-foot yachts. You be like, what is this? Everyone flexes. Everyone peacocks in their own way, right? What Coach JB is saying is like, look, peacock all you want, but stay in your yard for certain things. Peacock. Don't be trying to fly over here, because that don't fly over here. And flip-flop. And the opposite is true. And you got to figure it out for yourself. The best answer is, what is your family values? And then once you answer that, is it infringing on theirs? Sometimes it is. Let's just be real. And in this conversation, it is. To look at Caleb Williams, to me, this is wrong, no matter what. To look at Caleb Williams and actually go at him because he got his nails painted and he plays football, and y'all gonna make that a grander concept of like, this is what's wrong with this country, this is what's wrong with men, this is wrong with this sport, or any other trampoline thought you're gonna have of taking it from him painting his nails to, see what I'm saying? That's the leap of ignorance I don't respect. And that doesn't mean you're ignorant. I just think that is a leap of ignorance. You wanna know why? Because I could do this taste test. There's a place, I've told you guys before, I've never been, this is hilarious though, but there's a place, I remember because I was gonna buy a house in Atlanta way back, and Bulldogs or something I think it's called, I don't know, and I was going down the street and the realtor and my boy or something was showing me the spots, and they were like, this Lenox Mall. I was like, who don't know Lenox Mall? And then the other one, Phipps. I was like, yeah. Take me off the damn tourist attraction. Get me off this damn bus and tell me some real. If I'm gonna move here and live here, I wanna know where things really are. And then anyway, they just talking, and it's like, oh, that spot right there, you see all them dudes? And I'm not lying. The line looked like Naughty by Nature, Tretch. It looked like 80 Naughty by Natures. Like Timbo boots, big jeans, yo. It looked like an NWA video shoot. I was like, oh, what's that spot? They was like, oh, it's like a bar, lounge or something. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, damn, there's a lot of dudes going in there. And they was like, oh, it's a gay spot. I was like, oh, what? They was like, gay spot. I said, and the reason I had to say, like, repeat yourself, I'm trying not to get shut down because Coach JB went there. I said, it's a what? And I looked again, I said, them dudes look like West Side Neighborhood Rolling 60 Crips. I was like, what? They look so gangster and hard. They look like the hardest of hards. And I was like, they are? And they were like, yeah, buddy. I could keep going. I've had teammates. I had a teammate that came out. He didn't come out when he played because he was like, man, y'all too crazy. But his name was Ezra Tawala. Played football well. But, so my thing is, how far are you going to go with this correlation? Causation, wherever you want to take it. Where are you going with the nails speak for that? Because that, what you're talking about, doesn't really have a look, a distinguish, like if you're doing this, you're doing that. It's not a direct correlation. That's all I'm saying. So if it's not a direct correlation, where are we going with this conversation? That's my family value. I don't like all inclusivity. I don't like everything. No, I don't want to do everything you do. And you know what? If you're being honest, you don't want to do everything I do. I know you don't. Because when you come over my house, you're like, dog, where is the salsa? Why are these tacos have ketchup? Right. If I go over your house, I'm like, why are y'all cooking chitlins? I ain't eating no hog maws, pig's feet. I used to go to my grandma's house. I'm like, what is this? She's like, boy, you better sit down and eat or else. I was like, or else. I'm running outside, or else. So that's how I look at things. We all trying to merge, and it's tough. That's what a team is about. That's what the locker room is about. That's why what we saw from the Knicks was so special. You got to merge all these imperfect pieces to try and get the perfect result, which is a chip, which is us in harmony, in peace. But man, I just don't like it. And I know Caleb Williams a little bit, but this ain't to protect nobody. You know me. I love the truth more than all these fools. I just don't like that if that were my son and he decides to do that with his nails, paint them, and then he also just is so damn good, he on the cover of Madden, that becomes not a blessing. And they're going to try and say he's something he ain't. Or if he is, who are you to say it? Let him say it. Like, you know what I mean? And that ain't, you know me, I don't know if I'm conservative or progressive. I don't even like the labels, so miss me. I'm just saying, dog, I do live by the golden rule. Treat people like you want to be treated, right? So I can flip it. I can flip it a lot of ways. So Coach JB is a white man, former gangster from Compton. I know it. He authentic. He real, whatever you want to say. At the same time, I know he had to face headwind. Look at you. You ain't really down. You ain't really gangster. You ain't really from Compton. You ain't really black. People probably say that. True or false? It's all false. Coach JB more hard. He gangster. He more hard than me. I hang with him all the time. I'm like, dog, Coach, we went on his boat one time, almost capsized, almost flipped the boat. One of his boys almost drowned. More importantly, he almost got into a fight because people was filming it, he thinking he going on TMZ. Coach JB crazy. He for the shits. Me? No, none of that. No. I'm over there. Coach JB clowning. Why don't I keep calling him Coach JB? Jason calling me Coach. I call him Coach for real. He like, dog, Wiley, you okay? I was like, yeah. He was like, dog, them people ain't gonna do nothing. I was like, I'm not gonna find out. Like, I don't, on a boat, somebody be like, oh yeah, y'all talking noise over there? Well, let me hit you with this flare gun, but it ain't no flares. I ain't getting shot on no water. But the point is, I know he had to face people judging the book by its cover. And ain't it interesting right now, we judging that book, Caleb Williams and them fingernails, by its cover. Because I had to deal with it. People think that I'm gangster when they don't know me. They're like, oh, that big old dude. Oh, he smiled. Oh, he told a joke. I ain't got to disarm you. Like, I saw something, or I laughed at something, or something made me laugh, or I was being funny. But people want you to disarm yourself for them, for their comfort. You meet me, you reading me wrong. Immediately, I know it. Because I don't have that mean spirit. I just don't. And I'm glad I don't. Because it makes me acknowledge all those who do. And I'd be like, dog, something wrong with you. Oh, cool. We about to go at it. What's up, bro? I don't even like what you said. Okay. So? It ain't that deep, bro. I really walk away from people. I really walk away from situations. I do. I really laugh at people in their face. Like, you're mad. They be like, I thought, you can see when smoke is supposed to escalate. I've been on teams. No, I played 10 years in the league. All these dudes want to fight and practice and stuff. I'm like, man, if you don't get out my face, I ain't going to hurt my finger messing you up. I will whoop your ass. And if I don't even care. But guess what? We ain't going to never find out because we ain't fighting. Well, you a punk. Yeah, okay. I've heard more. It's like I'm in that space. And if you Cam Newton, you know he getting judged by his looks. Why you wearing them hats? Why you crossing your legs with them short? You wearing a short set with your legs crossed and Vaseline all on your calves? People, Cam Newton was Cam. Okay, so he soft and he whack and he all that. He the NFL MVP. Where I'm from, you kind of tough. Where I'm from, you became the MVP of the league. You became Cam Newton. He used to go into the end zone and we stopped what we were doing to see what he was going to do next. He was dabbing on cats. You walking down the street doing a dab just because of Cam. I just don't like judging books by covers. Now, if you are and you is, go. And the last point is all the examples that they gave, right? Look, I know I'm a dad. And it's a lot of things I want my kids to become. And if they do become what I'm thinking and what they want to be, it's going to be a beautiful life. And if they don't, I got to find a way to make it beautiful. I got to make lemonade out of it because they my kids. I'm telling you right now. No matter how they turn out, they mine and I love them. Now, I may not like their ass. I may not like what they become. I may not like what they doing, but I'm going to love them. And that's sometimes you just got to have that justification. You have kids, you understand that, right? But I think it's all about values and inclusivity and respecting. I don't want everything from you. I don't want all your values, but I'm not going to be a hater. Simple as that. All right, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let's get a little more spicy. See, I told you at the end of this show, we get spicy chicken nuggets. The breakup of Skip and Shannon. We got to get back on that as y'all like this video right now. Everybody, I see you. You're listening to me. A lot of y'all here. Like this on a Sunday before church. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member, and hit the super chat. All right, Skip and Shannon, continue.
But I told Skip I remember the last day because I knew I wasn't going to come back in March. And it asked me, I said, look, I'm going to finish. Let me finish what I started. I said, it's not going to look good if I leave now. I'll finish. Hey, after the NBA Finals, I'm out.
Yeah. Damn.
We're going to keep this thing. Hey, we're going to keep it going. I ain't got no hard feelings. It is what it is. Plus, y'all owe me another year anyway. But
Eat. Oh, man, you imagine how tough that is, how big that show was, how it had that cultural impact, how it was making First Take say, hey, what y'all doing over there, right? All that. Man. And they came and said, enough's enough. It did change in complexion, though. Like, you know, there was a time where Skip and Shannon just was smooth sailing. Skip would do his same old Skip. Shannon would just come up with something new and freaky, crazy, different onk every day, and they were just rolling. And then all of a sudden, the dynamics did change. That's why they changed. That's why they had an argument and beef over Tom Brady. You can say it's because when Shannon didn't go to work after Darnell, wasn't that Hamlin? I forget. Leave me alone. I don't know. I've been hitting the head. Hamlin, the guy that died on the field and came back to life. And then some of that, it's like almost like all things, the entourage, the outside noise, the fans, the social media got it to his head, got into their heads, and they start saying, I think they really had a tug of war of who was the better host, who were people really there to watch. I think if you had to say, what was the real issue with them? At first, Skip knew it had to be him because he had to beg for Shannon to get on because they didn't want Shannon on like that. So Skip is sitting there, and you know Shannon, good country roots, is going to be respectful and thankful and gracious about Skip put him on. He said in the earlier part of this video. But then he's a human being. Why? And then immediately, as soon as you see Shannon Sharpe talking to Skip Bayless on a daily, this starts to happen. And I know from an executive as Fox, because I was there, this happened. Did I flip him? Shannon was up here. Skip was making all that money, and Skip was Skip. Mount Rushmore. You know how I go. Any team we've seen, the old vet getting phased out. Magic Johnson coming in, and Kareem aging right before our eyes, and Magic still going strong. Y'all know how I go. That kind of thing. It was like Shannon was it. And I don't think Skip took it as well as he should have. And I certainly know that Shannon, he didn't do it as well as he wanted to. And that's how they had to break up a great thing. Simple as that.
Hey,
bro, I'm cool.
Hey, speaking of that, you see your girl tonight, Jenny Taft? Commentating. She was a commentator.
Oh, yeah. She don't let her hair grow. That's the home team.
Yeah.
I call her home team. Yeah. Jenny from Minnie.
Yeah.
Man, she is as, look, I've worked with.
We're not doing Jenny Taft. Respect, but blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. We're not doing Jenny Taft just because I hit a button. I was like, ooh, did I just shut y'all off? Just because I wanted to get to y'all. And we got to finish up our last parts of the NBA Finals. We talked about that. We got to give y'all some more love. But first, there was some football. What time is it? Oh, yeah. Damn this show. Either A, we having a great time in here, or B, somebody lying about the time. Because goodness, show is flying. It's gone. Want to talk about this, man. Sad news right here. Aldon Smith, rest in peace. Wow. 1989 to 2026. I saw an article about it. I couldn't click into it because of all these restrictions and stuff. What happened? Okay, rest in peace to Aldon Smith. I saw that there was a detailed account of him in a truck, and then his friends were trying to get to him and resuscitate him and all that before. But beat it up in the comments if anybody really knows what happened to Aldon Smith. But I just want to talk about it because I got a chance to meet him and hang with him a little bit. Man, I was at a celebration of life, basically, you know, a party funeral, and somebody just showed me their phone like this, and it was that picture. You know when you see the black and white and you see the dates, you're like, what? And immediately my mind went to like, oh, he took his life, or it went to like, damn, OD. Because if they don't tell you anymore, It's basically those two things almost immediately. And I was like, this dude, Aldon Smith was, whoa, Javon Curry's rookie year was insane. Aldon Smith, and I remember talking to him, and when you meet him, you was like, oh, he wiry, but not skinny, but just, oh, he was rangy. That's the word. And I remember him and I talking it up, and I was trying to learn some more of his like mindset around technique. And then, you know, like it's weird throughout the whole process. And now I'm bringing this up because, you know, he used to date Nessa, who is now Kaepernick's wife or fiance. I don't know where they are in the relationship, but Kaepernick's significant other. And looking back now, when it was mentioned, I don't know how you take that, if it's flattering or not. Because he had some issues. Remember there was issues, and the part of the reason why they weren't together. He had his issues. He had his amazing talents. He had his gifts, and he had his curses to deal with that were a little more pronounced. And now he's gone. I don't know how and why. Let me see if anybody really said it in here. Nah, y'all don't know either. Tough sledding, man. To play this game, and I feel always connected to these guys in the fraternity to play this game to this level, and then that's what happens. That's how it ends. There's so much you put into it, man. Respect to this dude, family, and everybody who's still here. All right, let's get up out of here, man, on a more positive note, as we do on this show. We're going to recap a little bit more about the NBA Finals and what needs to happen next year so we can have our 9th team win the NBA Finals. Let's Skip Bayless get his last word in, and then we out of here. All right? Break it down for us, Skip. Break it down.
So 27 of 58 in the wins, 12 of 56 in the losses. That's 21%. They actually lived and died by a 7'6" guy shooting threes. He's a one-man Boston Celtics. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, we saw that again last night. It's just like they got a tendency when they let their hands off the wheel. Wemby out there, like Draymond said, floating. Like, dog, why are you shooting that three? But fatigue also makes you shoot jumpers too. And I know that boy was tired.
And I'm going to say it one more time. And I know you say, well, he's only 22. Well, he's played 3 total years of pro basketball. And he's already been elevated, proclaimed the face of the league. And Victor Wembanyama has no clutch gene. I think I've seen enough to conclude that he, the new face of the league, has this in common with the ex-face of the league, LeBron James. Neither has a clutch gene.
What's a clutch gene? Okay, so Jalen Brunson has a clutch gene. We get it. He's not perfect in the clutch, but he has a clutch gene because we saw him miss some free throws. We saw some errant passes, but he's clutch gene more times than not. Okay. Josh Hart has a clutch gene, it seems like, but we saw him have his issues. My point is they all have their issues. Jordan, we forget his issues. They were so early what's a clutch gene? Well, you know it when you don't have it. You know it when you see it, and you know when you don't see it. Okay.
I just don't see it from Victor. Every fourth quarter is a disappearing act for Victor Wembanyama.
Not game 2, was it? Yeah, game 2 he came back, and game 3 I think. Not every.
So I can't wait for Monday. I'm back in the arena on the NBA show. Rashad McCants, big Wemby fan. Not so much a Spurs fan, it's just a Wemby nut. And he put me in the body bag after.
Oh, this is just not the end of my show. Blah blah blah. Skip does turn these like little clips into promos all the time. I forgot. So nope, you're going too slow. Going too slow. All right, y'all. We got to end on a positive note. So something that's lighthearted, more than Skip taking 20 minutes between words. Let me stop. Oh, y'all see that 21-year-old lady that got pushed off the cliff in Brazil? Oh, I'll show it another time. I got to end on something positive. I hope there is something positive. Oh, golly, this is crazy. All right, here's something positive. I love y'all. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, become a member, and hit the super chat. We'll chop it up. But we get back into the show back tomorrow, Monday morning, back to our normally scheduled program. Love all you guys. Have an amazing day. What's on it today for me? Got to go to church. Going to a track meet today. Yeah, watch some itty bitties go get it. Love it too much. Go see a track meet, church. I don't know what else. Talk to my wife about last night's party, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know how it goes, and have an amazing day. Y'all have one too. Hey.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.
Like this video, baby.